The heartbreaking words, "Your child has cancer," are heard all too often in one central Indiana county.
13 Investigates learned of more than 20 children diagnosed with cancer in Johnson County. Now, we wanted to know what was going on, so we invited their parents to our studios. They came from Franklin, Greenwood, Trafalgar, Bargersville. The families didn't know each other, but they did know each other's stories. In an emotional interview with reporters Sandra Chapman and Kevin Rader, the question that resonated most is why?
The locations of all of us, there's got to be a common denominator somewhere.
Somebody has to look at that because it's not going to be better tomorrow. There's going to be another name tomorrow.
Find answers. The unknown is horrible.
Over the last 7 weeks, Kevin and Sandra dug into their stories, hoping to find answers.
First, Kevin Rader on the fight for their lives.
There are always obstacles to overcome in life.
Oh no! Can you get back up?
6-year-old Shelby Howard knows all about getting back up.
Yeah, this is what he does. This is what makes him happy. Being outside and playing in the dirt. Those first couple of months where he wasn't able to was pretty rough.
A year ago, when Shelby was having trouble kicking a cold with flu-like symptoms, the Howards, who live in rural Johnson County, took him to the doctor.
And she says, well, he's got leukemia. And I said, well, my son, that's not possible. We're all healthy.
They checked into Riley Hospital that night. The first 2 months were by far the worst. He missed half of kindergarten.
If you try to rock climb big time with him, I mean, you're pretty much...
1 year later, he's down to only once a month maintenance.
You're going to break something.
There he goes. There you go. He's doing great.
The Howards are not alone. Johnson County has a 21.9 incident rate of childhood cancer for children under 20. That is higher than both the state and the national average, according to the National Cancer Institute.
These were all people, I mean, within how many miles of us that were all affected, and it's shocking.
We invited Johnson County families affected by childhood cancer to our WTHR studios to share their stories about their children. Sandy and Larry Davis came directly from the hospital where their son Cooper was coping with a high fever, and they just so happened to take a seat next to Carrie Dotson Findlay.
This is just such a full circle moment because I prayed for your daughter a lot.
Carrie's daughter, Emma Grace, died in 2014, just 3 months after she was diagnosed.
One of your biggest fears is that people will forget who your kid was, forget how important they were, forget their suffering.
I remember when I would get the paper and follow your story, and I just thought, I don't know how you do that. Now I do.
Because just a few months after Emma's passing, Sandy Davis would be praying for her own 12-year-old son. Cooper could barely get up and down the stairs, much less out of bed. As it turned out, he had a fractured back.
I think it got worse and worse. Like, more work I put into my back, it hurt more.
Because Cooper had leukemia.
We're hurting along with him. We're not physically going through what he's going through, but when he hurts, we hurt.
There's something wrong inside that you can't fix. And I take care of a lot of things around here. I take care of the house, the cars, or whatever. I got a toolbox. I can fix it, but I can't fix this.
42 weeks of intense chemo couldn't fix it. Low immunity means school is out for the 12-year-old as he continues round-the-clock treatment at home.
We have to give him antibiotics every night.
Fortunately, Cooper's troopers have been there all along to help. Literally. A big Star Wars fan, Cooper's felt the loving embrace of community, caretakers, and church.
Could put a green.
While the Davises remain puzzled about the high number of cases of childhood cancer in Johnson County, they refuse to accept the rationale that it's just bad luck.
Bingo.
Shelby's recovery is going well. We wish we could say the same for Cooper. Cooper Davis is in the midst of a 26-day marathon stint at the hospital. His troopers are needed now more than ever.